Hi, so I'm very happy to introduce our next speaker, Leona Burgess. She's an executive librarian with Louth Library Service, and the library has recently been awarded the Library of Sanctuary status. The title of her presentation is Library of Sanctuary. So welcome, Leona.
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you very much to Stephanie, Martin, Reg for inviting me to speak today. They've been so kind to all of the speakers over the last couple of days. It's been lovely to meet them. It's really nice to be back to presenting in person, even if it is completely terrifying. The taxi driver yesterday on the way in from the train station told me that this had to be moved to a bigger room because they had exceeded the numbers for 300, and that it was now at 560. So looking down the room now, it's not quite as terrifying. Louth Library Service was awarded with national recognition as a Library of Sanctuary by Places of Sanctuary Ireland just in December last year. So that's what I'm here to discuss with you today. And I'm very proud to be working for Louth Library Service, and I'm very proud of this award and to be working with, to be representing all my amazing colleagues who have done such amazing work to gain this award. The award recognises the good practice taking place in Louth Library Service and the contributions that libraries make to build a community of welcome and sanctuary across County Louth, welcoming people seeking sanctuary and all new arrivals in our community. Welcome and inclusion are core principles of Louth Library Service. Our vision going forward is to continue to be safe, nurturing spaces for all, and to support other local organisations such as other libraries and schools to gain sanctuary status. So today I'll take you through a little piece about Places of Sanctuary Ireland, and then I'll go through the application process and what we did within our organisation to obtain this award. So Places of Sanctuary Ireland is a network of groups in towns, cities and local communities which share the objectives of promoting a culture of welcome, inclusiveness across every sphere and sector of society, so that wherever people seeking sanctuary go, they will feel safe, find people who welcome them and understand why they are here, and have opportunities to be included in all activities. Places of Sanctuary Ireland works through community groups, schools, higher education institutions, churches, local councils, businesses and other organisations in the belief that newcomers have a huge amount to offer Irish society. To ensure that their voices are heard, their skills and talents are given an opportunity to flourish for their good and for that of the good of Irish society as a whole. Places of Sanctuary Ireland is not affiliated to any political or religious organisation, but it is linked to the wider City of Sanctuary movement that you may have heard of, that began in the UK in 2005. In practical terms, Places of Sanctuary Ireland works to build a culture of welcome, hospitality and inclusiveness right across every sphere and sector of society. There are several streams of Sanctuary of awards, including schools, and the one I'm talking about today is the Library of Sanctuary Award. Sanctuary awards are used to recognise exemplary work in this field. A Sanctuary Award is given to an organisation that is willing to demonstrate commitment to their values and vision of welcome, and that has applied their network principles within their organisation and its projects and activities. And we all have a part to play in building safe, welcoming and inclusive communities. This quote is from the UK Sanctuary page for Libraries of Sanctuary, which state that the Library of Sanctuary Award recognises and celebrates that the libraries that go above and beyond to show solidarity and welcome. Public libraries play an important role in welcoming refugees and people seeking sanctuary in our community. Public libraries are the centre of our communities. They are welcoming, safe spaces, a meeting place. Our services are free to access, with no membership fees, no overdue fines, no costs. And they're a place to find out information, attend events and classes, and to use our extensive digital spaces to access free Wi-Fi and use our network of PCs. Louth Library Service applied for the Library of Sanctuary Award on behalf of Louth Library Service as a whole. So I'm obviously from the wee county. So Louth Library Service has 5 branches. We may be the smallest county, but we have quite a large population with 2 very large towns, Dundalk and Drogheda. So we have a branch in Dundalk and Drogheda, and we also have a smaller branch in RD, and then we have 2 small branches in Carlingford and Dunleer. And we also have a school service that serves 74 primary schools in our county. So Portlaoise Library have achieved Library of Sanctuary Award, but we decided to apply for the award on behalf of the service as a whole, because we work so closely together. And so we approached Places of Sanctuary Ireland to discuss that possibility, and they were very welcome to us to apply because we work so closely together, and we felt that our application as a library service of a whole was worth applying for. We decided to apply for the award as a library service, as our branches and services work very closely together and welcome people seeking sanctuary and all new arrivals in our community. And the award recognises the good practice that takes place in Louth Library Service and all the amazing work by all the staff that I work with. And our aim is to continue to foster a culture of welcome and inclusivity. Louth Library Service mission is to strengthen and support communities by providing dynamic, inclusive and responsive library services. Under our Louth Library Service Development Programme, one of our objectives was to build and maintain collaborative networks for our mutual benefit and for the benefit of the community, and to foster a culture of equality, diversity, inclusion and interculturalism. One of our aims for that objective was to formalise the Library of Sanctuary status for Louth Library Service. The objective of this initiative is to promote integration, inclusion and welfare of refugees, asylum seekers, vulnerable migrants and those on the margins through a practical commitment to becoming places of welcome and safety. Louth libraries are traditionally places of sanctuary, a space where integration happens, underpinned by our equitable ethos and free membership. Louth Library Service values diversity, partnership, accessibility, transparency, creativity, and we strive for continuous improvement. Our missions and values complement the Places of Sanctuary Ireland principles, which are to offer a positive vision of culture and welcome and hospitality to all, to create opportunities for relationships of friendship and solidarity between local people and those seeking sanctuary, to recognise and encourage partnership working and network development across localities, to identify opportunities for working on common cause issues within and across our communities, and to celebrate and promote the welcome and contribution of people seeking sanctuary, to engage people seeking sanctuary in decision-making processes at all levels and in all activities, to promote an understanding of asylum and refugee issues, especially by enabling refugee voices to be heard directly. So when we decided to apply for Library of Sanctuary status, we got in touch with Places of Sanctuary Ireland, and the staff there are absolutely wonderful. The national coordinator is called Tiffy Allen, and she's absolutely fabulous to deal with. And so there's 3 key concepts that you need to kind of embed in your application and to bring into your organisation. And so the first one, the first key concept is learn. So there's learn, share and embed. So the first thing you need to do is to learn what it means to be seeking sanctuary and to be actively involved in awareness raising of sanctuary. So staff in Louth Library Service learned what it means to be a place of to be a place and a library of sanctuary. And staff training, we've done, we all do various training, and so we did a webinar. We attended a webinar from Places of Sanctuary to give a detailed understanding of the concept of sanctuary, what it means to be what it means for somebody to be seeking sanctuary, and then it outlined the award process and examples and practical information on how to document and apply for a sanctuary award. And obviously under Learn, we're going to continue, now that we have our Library of Sanctuary Award, we're still going to continue to learn from our experience and to learn as we go, and with continuous improvement in the area of providing welcome. And then the next part then was to embed. So it's to take positive action to make welcome and inclusion part of the values of our organisation, and community to support sanctuary seekers and refugees and to include them in all our activities. So we nominated a dedicated point of contact within our organisation, which is the Senior Executive Librarian, Linda Larrigan. And then we also have a sanctuary team. So it's Linda, myself and my colleague Nigel. So we are the Library of Sanctuary team allocated within our organisation. Library of Sanctuary became a standing matter on our agenda for our monthly senior staff meetings. And then it became... Then it trickled down to our branch meetings, so it became a standing matter, so that Library of Sanctuary was embedded within our organisation. And then the next part then is to share your vision and achievements, which is what I'm here to do today. So thank you, Stephanie, for inviting me to share our Library of Sanctuary Award. And it's to let others know about the positive contribution refugees make to our society and the benefits of a welcoming culture to everyone. When we received notification of our successful award, we issued a press release to our local newspapers and shared it out on our various social media platforms. And we will continue to promote our award to encourage a community of sanctuary. For example, letting schools know about our award and the Schools of Sanctuary award stream. So the idea is that if you get a sanctuary award within your community, that you build a larger community of sanctuary, so that we would reach out to schools would then become schools of sanctuary, our local educational third level education establishments would then become university of sanctuaries, and then we would create a broader community of sanctuary within our locality. And we're having a big celebration tomorrow, so we're having our Library of Sanctuary launch tomorrow, so we're all very nervous, excited about that. So we're really proud of it as well. And it's a great opportunity to invite, we're inviting our Chief Executive, our Cathaoirleach, local councillors, elected officials, members, colleagues that we work with in our council that might not work in libraries. So it's a great opportunity to share all the work that is happening in libraries, that sometimes it might be difficult to get across all the amazing work that we're doing, and so it's a great opportunity to have this award to be able to say we're doing all this, we should be proud of it, and we're doing great work. And Places of Sanctuary Ireland representatives will attend tomorrow, and they will officially present us with our award. So you can follow social media. I'm sure there'll be some coverage there, and they will present us with the award. And we have a plaque now on our front doors, so it's the Library of Sanctuary symbol. So it's a notice to anybody who's coming, any newcomers or anybody who's coming through our doors, that we are a place of welcome and sanctuary. And then tomorrow, a local sanctuary ambassador will speak as well about his experience of being, a new member of our community. And so we're really looking forward to that tomorrow. So practically, the application process, I'll just take you through it, because it is a process, but it is, if I give you some of the details, it might help you if you're considering applying for it as well. We began by making contact with Places of Sanctuary Ireland to discuss our potential application, and they were very supportive and extremely helpful throughout the whole process. Our application consisted of a portfolio which contained an introduction to our services, a body of evidence, and then supporting documents. And we included some photographs, and we got some testimonials from some of our key network partners, which was really nice. Our introduction gave an overview of our library service and outlined why we wanted to apply for the award. We listed our sanctuary team members within our organisation, and our designated contact was listed. We provided information on our values, mission statement, and we linked to our Louth Library Service Development Plan 2020 to 2025. Next up then, we provided our body of evidence, which provided detailed examples from our library branches of all the great work taking place within our library services. So I suppose the key message from this is that we're all doing this work already. We're doing it every single day. We have numerous examples to pick from. It is just really to have a look across all the work that you're doing, and then to pick out some of the key examples. So we included various examples. We included them from our smaller branches, our bigger branches, some wider activities, and then some smaller activities, just to give a good overview. And we had different staff contributing to the process, so that they were able to give, their angle on it, and how different things might have worked in their branch. Some examples included our continuing work with the local direct provision centre and the supports that we are providing for recently arrived Ukrainians within our community. Our outreach to a local direct provision centre involved an e-services roadshow to sign up new borrowers, demonstrations of our extensive e-services and information on how to access the local library and to promote activities and events taking place. So that's an ongoing thing that's happening in our library service. And then under the Right to Read library programme, staff provided an author visit and a storytime and arts and crafts session and supported the establishment of a community library there. Library branches held information sessions for Ukrainians and their host families to allow them the opportunity to meet in a safe and welcoming place. Library staff provided translated brochures and information on the local area and advice on using the library service with information on events and activities. There are loads of examples to choose from. If anyone wants to see our application, I'm more than willing to share. But in reality, I would say you have numerous examples that you could put forward, because library staff, we're all doing this work to welcome new people into our communities, and it's just about really formalising and recognising it and pulling it together into an application. So we included some nice visuals in our application. So this is my colleague Ray in Drogheda Library made this lovely poster, so it was displayed at the entrance to the library branches, and it just is welcome in different languages, so that when people are coming to our doors that they feel like we are a safe and welcoming place. Our testimonials, so we can see our baby book club, which takes place once a month in our library branches, and then we have that photograph down there is some English language classes that happen in RD Library, and they are run by Culture, local migrant group. So the testimonials were lovely. We had a few that just, they're key partners that we would work with regularly that supported our application, and that we've invited them along tomorrow to our celebration. So that was nice as well. So I'll just talk a little bit about the other services that exist within our library service that enhanced our application as well. We have My Open Library. I was talking to some colleagues in Cork here today about this earlier. So My Open Library provides extended access to the library services. So it's relaunched in RD Library in July last year, I think, and then we following COVID, and then we began it in Drogheda Library there in August, September. We had a big launch there in October, I think it was. So My Open Library provides unlimited access to the library from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So during My Open Library hours, once a library member has gone through a health and safety short induction process, they are provided with My Open Library access. So that allows them to scan their library card and to come into the library during unstaffed hours. So for example, they can come in between 8 and 10 a.m. in the morning, and then they can stay between 8 and 10 p.m, so after the staff have left. So it's a self-service facility, so you can borrow and return and collect items, any requests that you may have, using our self-service kiosks. You can use the internet, you can have access to free Wi-Fi, you can use the study space, you can book a meeting room, and you can print and scan and photocopy in. So obviously these things are really important for newcomers to our community as well, to have access to Wi-Fi, to have access to printing facilities, and to have somewhere to go to spend the time in a safe and welcoming space. And the extended hours, it's been going really, really well. It means like, even when we're closed on bank holidays, My Open Library is available. People can come in on Christmas Day, on Sundays. It really suits families, and it's a really good enhancement to our service. And we have a whole new, we've recently launched a whole new digital suite of amazing equipment. So we have wonderful new PCs, you can print and scan and photocopy. We have hublets, we have iMacs, we have interactive screens. So all this technology is available for our members to use. So My Open Library is extended opening hours, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m, 365 days a year. Self-service access to services. and it's an additional service available to Louth Library Service members, and staffed hours continue on a normal schedule to ensure optimum delivery of service. So thank you. That was a very brief overview of our Library of Sanctuary Award.